Well, hi everyone. I'm John Recklin with my review of AEW Dark. It's the worst episode of Dark of 2020. And it was a 7-match card. It should have been 6. They should have cut one match and never fucking shown it at all. I wonder if you can guess which match I didn't like. So, there was one good tag match on this show, and everything else, there were a few nuggets of, positivity, but mostly this was a bloody fucking rotten show. Excalibur and Taz on commentary, and the lone women's match is the first match. Rochelle Chanel, or Rochelle Chanel, however it's said, and Diamante versus Brandy and Allie. Brandy is going to get on the show one way or another. I don't know if this Chanel character is supposed to be somebody that is being constantly shocked with a cattle prod, or she just has stick up her ass and she's walking around all awkwardly. I don't know if she's new and she needs to just get more experience in the ring, but she was incredibly awkward. This was hard to watch. And when Brandy is not the worst worker in the match, you got a problem. You really have a problem. I mean, and Allie isn't a world beater, but she's pretty good. And Diamante, I like her look. I think she has a future. You know, she was featured in Impact with part of the new LAX and everything. Maybe she could be reunited with them. Who knows? But they're telling the story of Brandy and Allie teaming up and everything, and eventually a spear pins this Rochelle Chanel. Just please either stop shocking her with a cattle prod or take the stick out of her ass or something. Do something else. Robert Anthony versus Ricky Starks. I like Ricky Starks. Robert Anthony has impressed me as well on his, various appearances on Dark. He has done pretty well. He did a nice Romero special, just launching Ricky Starks. Pretty good stuff. Double underhook, driver, whatever the hell it was that Ricky Starks did. 1, 2, 3, not bad. Then Shawn Spears talks about the history of the loaded glove from, Blackjack Mulligan to Ted DiBiase Jr. and talking about, oh, they have a legacy because of this and everything. And I love Shawn Spears. I just don't think that's going to work. And Shawn's a good worker, but I don't think this is necessarily going to work. I hope it does, but I don't know if it's going to work. Will Hobbs, Sean Dean, and Joe Alonzo versus the Dark Order, which is apparently, I found out, may be the brainchild of the Bucks. If the Bucks actually did come up with the Dark Order gimmick, whoever did, regardless of whether it's the Bucks or anybody, it's a terrible gimmick. An absolutely atrocious gimmick. I don't care who you have under the masks, out of the masks, it's a terrible goddamn gimmick. Hobbs has a really good look. Sign this guy. This guy has some impressive strength. He's like if Ahmed Johnson and Ezekiel Jackson had mobility. Because no, seriously, he really actually does have that look. He has some explosive, impactful maneuvers. He can do some good stuff. Dean is impressive. Joe Alonzo, I need to see a little bit more of him. He didn't really get to do all that much here. And Destroyer DDT for 3. I hate the Dark Order gimmick. Have I mentioned that? And then we get Michael Nakazawa versus Marco Stunt. This is the worst match of the year by far. Nothing is going to beat this. I don't know anything that'll beat this. Nothing in WWE is going to have beaten this. Nothing in New Japan that I also watch. I mean, I only watch those 3. So I can't think of anything that is more embarrassing than featuring a guy that covers himself in oil or a little twerp that should not be in the fucking ring. Now, I know that these guys may have, fans, and some of you may be fans that are watching, and that's fine. I don't fucking get it, and this was fucking embarrassing. If this is the level of talent they're even going to feature on Dark, this is bad. This is really fucking bad. Who would watch this? Who would think, yeah, we need to put this in the ring. I want to see this shit. No, there's nothing wrong with having some comedy, but guess what? Comedy only works when it's fucking funny, and it wasn't funny here. It's embarrassing to watch Nakazawa because he really can't do anything. Or if he can, he sure as fuck isn't, trying at all. And Stunt isn't believable. It's not fucking believable. Midget wrestlers were more believable because they were midgets. Stunt doesn't look like he should be able to whip anything. He doesn't look like he should be able to whip cream or do anything at all. This is embarrassing. Stunt won. Nakazawa should leave because if he can't even beat Marco Stunt, I don't know what the fuck you do. Oh, and they had that Alex Jabali guy when Nakazawa and Nakazawa and Jabali had that, stupid hardcore match. Please don't revisit that. No. Brady Pierce, Pineapple Pete versus Serpentico and Luther. Why does Luther always scream? Him and Serpentico are an interesting team. This wasn't good, though. And, I mean, it's nothing even against the talent. Luther is not talented. He's not. He just screamed, and his third eye rubbed off. Have fun on seeing that. Double knees by Serpentico, and Luther gets the victory. Cool, whatever. One good match, Jurassic Express. Well, the two good members, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon with Leva Bates. Finally, something decent. Not great, but decent. It actually looked like a fucking 4-star classic compared to, everything else that I've seen on the show. Good action. Cutler and Avalon trying to search for their first win, trying to get it, almost got it, almost pinned Jungle Boy, almost pinned Luchasaurus multiple times. It was some good stuff, and Leva Bates even got in on the action, doing a head scissors to Jungle Boy. I envy him. Moving on, and we get a cutter for 3. Good stuff. Okay, it wasn't great, but my God, it felt like just absolute WrestleMania season watching this, or Double or Nothing or whatever. It just felt pay-per-view quality compared to all this bullshit. And Brian Pillman Jr. versus Cage FTW title match, which isn't a real championship. It's about as real as you know what? Never mind. Squash, drill claw, 3, and there we go. That's your lot right there. That's the end of that. So yeah, one of the worst episodes of Dark. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.